Hello, and good morning from the north. Um, I guess this morning we'll start with the Oscar tank, and I guess we'll talk about the obvious. First up, the sun's coming up. Oh, let me fix something. Actually, running a live stream up beside it, and the computer screen was causing glare, so I just had to fix that. So, if you haven't already seen it from my yesterday posts, we have a new Oscar in here, and we have 4 adult silver dollars now in here. And you know, the obvious thorn in the room, I guess we'll put it that way, is going to be this tank's overstocked. I'm going to hear it. That's okay. I understand it. It's a valid concern, because if this was the only tank I had, this might be a problem. But before you comment, because you look at this one tank and say, oh my God, because it's your first time here, this tank is linked into 450 gallons of tank, other tanks that are continuously flowing through each other. So although they're sitting in a 112 gallon tank here, and they breathe water like they're sitting in a 450 gallon tank. So it's not your everyday scenario, and I've compensated for it. Why does everyone think overstocking is bad? Well, it's basically comes down to water quality. You don't have enough water for the amount of fish you have. Water's going to foul quickly. Fish are going to get sick. But because I have compensated for that by linking all my tanks together, I don't have that problem. The fish are effectively living in 450 gallons of water, even though I don't have 450 gallons of space. And the space isn't the issue, it's the water quality. So keep that in mind. I'm not doing any harm to these fish. I'm actually providing for them very well. Secondly, the second argument is, oh my God, aggression. And you gotta understand, people who see aggression with their Oscars are people who have only bought 2 or possibly 3 because they're following the stocking rules. And what happens there is it's the same thing as the discus. If I buy 2 or 3 discus and put them in a huge tank even, they're going to fight. They're just going to fight because there's not enough of them. And that's what happens with everybody's Oscars. You know they're going to get big, so you buy 1 or 2. Most people just buy 2. And there's not enough of them. They're a schooling/shoaling fish in the wild. They will hang out in gangs and groups like this. And just like the discus, if you don't have a big enough group, it's war. They will fight. They will kill each other. They will do what cichlids do. But if it's a shoaling cichlid and you give them, 5 or 6 fish, more than 6 fish, that's basically the rule for all of the schooling fish. You need 6 or more. It's the same thing. So, because I have enough Oscars in this tank, and my water quality is pristine, I have peace. Just like I do upstairs in the discus tank. So, there's something positive to be said about overstocking some varieties of fish, and Oscars is one of them. Oscars is one of them. They want to be in a bigger group. And if conflicts breaks out, and the others will stop the fight. They come in and say, hey, no, stop fighting, guys. And it's because they have that social network that peace is achieved. They're social fish. So why do Oscars fight? That's why. And I'll continue showing you this tank for the next who knows how many years. When you look at the sizes of these fish, the biggest one I have is a mutant. She's mutant huge. Most Oscars don't get that big. Most Oscars actually get a little bit bigger than her. And they stop. Just a little bigger than her. So maybe another inch, maybe another 2 inches on her, which is significant when they start getting big. 2 inches adds a lot of size. But, and then they stop. So there will actually be plenty of room for them to move around, even if I grow them all out. Now, if I see problems, then I'll just separate fish out. It's that simple. I still have 2 tanks available, but I'm not using those 2 tanks because when I did separate them all up, guess what was happening? They were fighting. I had them in separate tanks, 2 here, 3 there, fights everywhere. Put them all together, peace. Just like the discus. So, there's a lot of bad information out there. Maybe people will think that I'm giving you bad information here, but the proof is in the pudding. Keep watching, you'll see. Keep following whatever. This tank's going to do just fine. There goes my furnace, so we'll stop it here. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.